People often said Daniel Adeyemi was lucky. He had a stable job, a peaceful home, and a wife many men admired. Miriam, she was gentle, hard-working, and always smiling. The kind of woman who remembered birthdays, packed lunch, prayed for her husband, and still asked, "How was your day?" even when hers had been exhausting. But Daniel didn't see luck. He saw normal. At first, their marriage had been full of laughter. Daniel used to call during the day just to hear Miriam's voice. He noticed when she braided her hair differently. He said thank you for the smallest things. But as the years passed, Daniel became comfortable. Dinner was always ready, so he stopped appreciating it. The house was always clean, so he assumed it was effortless. Miriam was always there, so he believed she always would be. When Miriam talked, Daniel scrolled on his phone. When she complained, he said, "You're overreacting." When she cried, he said, "You worry too much." And slowly, Miriam stopped talking. Not because she had nothing to say, but because she was tired of not being heard. One evening, Daniel came home late, as usual. The house was quiet. No warm greeting. No plate waiting on the table. No sound of movement from the kitchen. He frowned. "Miriam," he called. No answer. He checked the bedroom. The bed was neatly made, her side untouched. On the dining table, he found a small envelope with his name on it. Inside was a short note. "Daniel, I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because I was disappearing while loving you. I need time to remember who I am." Miriam, his chest tightened. She hadn't packed everything. Just enough to remind him this wasn't a joke. At first, Daniel was angry. She's being dramatic. He told his friends, she'll be back. But days passed, then weeks. The house felt different, too quiet, too empty. Daniel realized something uncomfortable. Miriam wasn't loud, but she had been the life of the home. She wasn't demanding, but she had been the glue. He missed the things he once ignored. The meals. The prayers. The way she remembered his mother's favorite soup. The way she believed in him, especially when he doubted himself. For the first time, Daniel sat alone and asked himself a question he had avoided for years. When last did I make my wife feel valued? He couldn't remember. One afternoon, Daniel finally called her. "Miriam, can we talk?" There was a pause on the line before she answered. "Yes, we can." They met at a quiet cafe. Miriam looked different, not sad, not angry, just lighter. Daniel spoke first. "I didn't know I was hurting you." Miriam looked at him calmly. That was the problem. "Daniel, you never knew because you never listened." Her words hit harder than shouting ever could. She continued, "I didn't need perfection. I needed presence. I didn't need money. I needed appreciation." Daniel's eyes filled with regret. "I thought providing was enough," he said quietly. "It's important," Miriam replied, "but love also needs effort." Daniel didn't beg. Instead, he apologized, not once, not quickly, not defensively. He acknowledged every place he had failed. For the first time, Miriam felt seen. They didn't fix everything that day, but something changed. Daniel began to change, not with big promises, but with consistent actions. He listened. He asked questions. He showed up. And Miriam slowly began to trust again. Some people don't leave because they don't love you. They leave because loving you costs them themselves. Appreciation is cheaper than regret. Attention is easier than repair. If you still have someone who is trying, don't wait until they stop.